One thing is, you have to be okay with the fact that in your early stages of transitioning, you're not going to pass. There's going to be moments where you do, but there's going to be moments where, like, people call you out and people say shit. And to be able to transition and really do it, and you have to have thick skin. I'll put it that way. Because literally every day that you wake up, you're going to really have to work, and you're really going to have to be okay with who you are, because people will call you out, people will be rude, people will be assholes. And so what you do have to have is you have to be so comfortable with who you are, because it is not easy. It's not this glorious thing. But here's the thing about that. When you are being who you are, it's all worth it. Every ounce of shit you get for it is so worth it, because it solidifies everything about why you're transitioning and being yourself. And the thing that I teach and that I love and that I promote is being who you are and loving who you are. If you don't love who you are, do something about it. If you're not okay with being who you are, do something about it. Because at the end of the day, it's not anybody else that has to deal with you. It's not anybody else that has to deal with that pain inside. It's not anybody else that has to really struggle every day waking up and not being who they want to be, because society says that this is not okay, this is okay. Everything you do, you don't have to answer for unless you're breaking the law. That's a different story. But when it comes to you, the only person you have to answer to is yourself. And when you lose sight of who you are, it is one of the most damaging things in this world. And so many people right now are calling people snowflakes and calling people whatever the fuck they want to call people. But the thing about it is, it's not their life. It's not them having to wake up every day and not like who they are and not be okay with who they are, because they're not who they are, you know? Like, I have had the most feminine qualities in my life for the entirety of my life. It's not like one day I woke up and I'm like, oh, hey, it'd be nice to be a girl today. No, because it sucks. It's not fun. It's not easy, you know? Who wants to get dolled up all the time? I sure as hell don't, but that being said, I still want to be a girl. I want to be like every other fucking girl in this world that can put her hair up and not have to wear makeup and not have to do all this bullshit. And here's the thing. Everybody's transition is different. So don't judge people on their transition and how they decide to transition and if they're passable or if they're not, or who the fuck cares. Someone that has decided to be who they are and love every ounce of who they are because that's who they are doesn't deserve to get ridiculed every day of their life. Like, just because someone's not okay with what I do with my life, and I'm not harming a soul by being transgender. I'm not harming anybody in this world. And like, that's the thing. And like, then people come at me with, oh, well, you're just trying to trap people. And it's not about that, because I am so blunt and straightforward with me being transgender. Like, there's no secrets about it. There's no, oh, well, yeah, so, no, I tell everybody straight up that I am transgender. I'm so open about it because I'm not ashamed of it, because I'm okay with being who I am, and I don't give a fuck what people want to call me, what people want to say about me, because at the end of the day, I have to live with me, not you, not anybody else. I have to live with myself, and I have to be okay with myself. And if me transitioning is what makes me okay with myself and makes me able to be a member of society and be happy and not be depressed and not want to kill myself, why would that be an issue with any single person? Yeah, that's right. And everybody says, well, so you'll never be a woman because you can't get pregnant. Well, here's what I have to say about that one. First off, there are many, many cisgender women that don't have kids and don't have periods. just because there's certain aspects that I will never be able to have does not mean that I'm not a female. Does not mean that I don't have that same mentality in me as a female. Because if anybody that actually knows me, they understand the fact that, like, I am one of the most girly motherfuckers you will ever meet. But at the same time, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, as I said, like, right now, I have no makeup on. And I don't care. And I don't mind it. Because I'm comfortable with who I am. And before hormones, like, I always had to get dolled up. I always had to be pretty. I always had to be, And I've gotten to that stage in my transition where I'm okay with just being this. I'm okay with literally wearing fucking sports shorts and a fucking tank top. Like, I'm okay with that because the thing is, I don't have to answer to a single soul about my transition. And I'm okay with that because at the end of the day, I'm me and I'm so happy with being me for once in my life. And if anybody has an issue with that, like, that's their issue. That's not mine. I don't give a fuck. Like, there's no reason for me to sit there and try and appease everybody in my life because someone's going to be talking shit about me regardless of what I'm doing. Someone's going to be talking shit about me if I was a heterosexual male, married, and had 4 kids. Like, people are going to talk shit no matter what. And at the end of the day, you have to be okay with the fact that I'm being me. So go ahead and talk your shit, boo, because I don't care. Because I'm being me. I am flawlessly being me. And what else is there? Like, what do you want from me? Like, do you want me to sit there and say, oh, I'm so sorry that your feelings are offended? And that's what people come at you with. They're like, oh, well, looks like I hit a nerve. Someone's offended. And it's like, bitch, I'm not even offended. You're coming at me. So obviously, you're the one that's offended by me being who I am. So tell me again, why in the world do I give a fuck? Oh, wait, I don't. And just because I sit there and I rant and I say, hey, look, like, here's some points. At least I'm using factual information. Your information is, well, this is this and blah, blah. Like, half of the shit half of the shit you say doesn't even make sense. And half of the arguments you have are so void because you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like being who you are and not being able to be who you are because there's something in the way of being who you are. You don't have to sit there and worry about it. And a lot of the funny things are, like, some of the more unattractive people, I would have to say. I mean, they get so offended because they're like, oh my god, you're prettier than me, and you used to be a boy. So, like, why the fuck, like, what the fuck? That's so stupid. Like, I can't, why didn't I end? And it's like, stop being bitter. Just go do something with your life. Be something that is out there and supportive and loving and show people that it's okay to be who you are. Show people compassion. Understand that this is not your life. This is not your struggle. This is not your battle. So for you to tell me I can't do what I want with my life just because you're not okay with it, that's not okay. Because I'm not sitting here like, oh, well, everybody should transition. Everybody should be gay. Everybody should be a lesbian. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying be who the fuck you are and be okay with it. But don't come at other people with your bullshit because you're not okay with something. Like, and it's not even the fact that, like, because I am so okay with who I am. I'm so okay with it. But people still come at me and they're like, well, this is not right. This is not natural. Bitch, it's perfectly natural. If I can take 2 pills a day and become what I want to be, like, why wouldn't I? But it's okay to take depression medication. It's okay to take opiates because you have pain. Like, so what's the difference? There isn't one. But